Professor Aktan, our second class. Even though you guys don't see me and I don't see you, well, it is what it is. So let's jump to our project 2. How about that? Okay, let me open my folder. As you see, my desktop is clean and nice. Folder structures. I'm still waiting from you guys to project 1. Screenshot of the folder structure, just like that, you see. But now we are in the project 2, and in project 2 you see the etc folder, which I put my project 2 project sheet. I will also put this in the Blackboard and also email to you guys, so you will read and try to go through what's going on in our project 2. Let's double click on that and it opens on the Acrobat Pro DC. Acrobat is the PDF document, portable. As you know, if you do something in the Photoshop or Illustrator, not many people has those software, so they cannot open it. But we can make PDF document from those softwares, and I will show you how to do that later on. But for now, let's go step by step. So this is digital method project 2, and as you read the statement, artists frequently use a number of digital techniques to explore image and output. The exercise will investigate the few potential components in image and mode using Adobe Photoshop. Why are we doing this? If you guys know, we use certain when you look at even magazines, you see color photography, okay? You see some duotone, which is right here. You will learn how to do that. You see sometimes bitmap images, sometimes like a half-tone screen. If you guys remember Marilyn Monroe posters, really famous, they use the half-tone screen technique. Of course, that time there was no computer, there was darkroom, but we use this different techniques to make those visuals more interesting to the viewer. So grabs the attention of the viewer, and then they go after it and then start to read whatever is related. So that's why we have to learn this technique in this class. So if you take the graphic design class, you might use those techniques. Anyway, long story short, so I'll go one by one. So you have to find, guys, high resolution image, which is 300 dpi. It says PPI is DPI. There's a typo there. 300 dpi. The thing is really hard to find 300 dpi image in web, especially in Google. Okay, yes, you can find it, but if you have to pay it to get it. So what we do usually, as in the project 1, you guys did it. There's a certain tricks and techniques to find high resolution image in the Google. So what we're gonna do, what I want from you guys, pick any person. It can be some your idol, some athlete, or maybe president or whoever. Pick somebody famous, you like it, and in this case I'm gonna let me see, Mike Tyson. Why not? That's a crazy guy. So I'm gonna do Mike Tyson. So our first step is, let's do find Safari, new window, and I will put here first Google. Type to Mike Tyson. Okay, if you remember from project 1, images, right? Settings, advanced search, Mike Tyson, not any size. Larger than 4 meg is close to 300 dpi, even though it says 72, but size wise is high resolution, so that is fine. And file type, any format is fine. Use right, if you remember Creative Commons. Advanced search, let's check this one, and this is 2273 by almost 3000 pixel, so this is big enough for our purpose. So what I'm going to do is I will go to my, now you will see why we make this folder structures. Okay, I will drag that to the etc. Oops, right there. So my Mike Tyson is right here. So I'm going to close it. So first step is done, right? And then we're going to crop to the 5 by 5 format, okay? Just like you see here. But if you notice, we are using this crop tool, okay? Crop tool is the one of the design principles we use a lot, okay? Making image even more interesting. If I had a whole shot of this guy with the glasses, everything with the hair, wouldn't be interesting. That's why we use crop tool. So one of the design principles. So you guys are not learning all software. Also, you are learning some graphic design principles we use in the daily life when we design stuff. Okay, so I will drag that. Just you'll do the same thing. Adobe Photoshop and open. Look at that. And if I put here 100% on the bottom left, that's damn good image. Really high resolution. It's not pixelated. It's really detailed. Well done. So now, if you guys remember, I told you guys I will not going to tell you guys how this tool works, tool works, because it will take you learn Photoshop 2 years, believe me. So what I'm gonna do is project basis. In every project we will use different tools, and you will get familiar, and end of this semester you will know how to use Photoshop. Okay, so as you see, this is the tool. Okay, what I want you to do, everybody go to Window, Workspace. Okay, make sure you are in the Essentials default, because if I go somewhere else here, it will be different. Whoop, it changed it, you see. So what I want is Workspace Essentials. That's the default. Okay, as you see, this tool, I usually click on that. It gives me this 2 column, but it's up to you. You can change that easily if you want it. So I'm using this way. If you want to use this way, that's fine. So let me use default like that. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be 5 inch by 5 inch. That means is the perfect square. Okay, so how I'm going to do that, first of all, I want to decide which part of the Mike Tyson, in my case, yours, who knows who's going to be your image, which section. So you will go to this tool. We call this crop tool. As soon as you go to crop tool, you see here, you see, you can crop from there. But I don't want to do that. I want to go inside. So as soon as you click it, you see this plus sign here, and shift key down and hold that shift key and open that up. You see, hold shift key down and open that up. What happens is it opens up perfect square. Okay, if I let it go, now I'm just guessing. What I want is shift key down and I have a perfect square. I don't know what's the image size yet. Now I can play with this, as you see. Okay, so maybe I will do more close up. Or shift key down, something like that. Maybe even more. Cropping. There you go. That's pretty interesting. Okay, good. So this is done. It's a perfect square, but we don't know the size. To be determine the size, you say image, okay, image size, and now it's telling me it's 300 dpi. I was lucky it was high res. Yours could be maybe 72. I don't know. Okay, but leave as is. This is supposed to be in the print uh, business 300 dpi always. I'll go over that in another. I'll give you guys the handout. Actually, it's the web handout. But I want to go here to inches. How lucky I am is all almost like 5 by 5, and I'm going to put here 5 inch by 5 inch. Say okay. So if you go here, as you see, 5 by 5 inch is done deal, right? So the original scan and print out your image. So this one is done, but this file name is Mike Tyson JPEG, okay, and it's inside to etc folder. What I want is now file, save a copy, save your computer, project to, not etc, to the link file, because we will link those, okay? And I will say Mike Tyson underscore 01, okay? Save. Perfect. Now I don't need this anymore. You can save it if you want to save it. Save to the etc folder as is. I don't care. Okay. All I care is in the link you have 1 inch by 1 inch cropped image. Okay. So now you will click on this and you will go to file. You will say duplicate it. Okay. Or you can go shift key down, click, right click, and you can duplicate this way too. There's a couple ways to duplicate it. So I have 4 now. So 1, I will open this. Remember, if you are here, it will not work really well. Here, no, always use the column structure. If you guys remember, I mentioned that. Okay. 2, 3. We are renaming same images. 4. In 3, we lose the dot. So 4 images for this 4 section, we will do this. Okay. 1 is the original, right? Done. Second will be due tone. And how you're gonna do that? I will show you in the next video. Okay. For now, jump to your next video, please.